Okay, we just completed January 38. We're moving on to July 38. Tech rolls. I think Britain got this one. French and Italians, or maybe got that one. Germans moved that one forward. Everybody else failed. So that's it for tech rolls. I finally remembered to place some ships. Stage 4, that's still the same as what was there. Let's correct that. There we go. Stage 4 is still the same. Stage 3 is still the same. 2. But on stage 1, on this turn, I finally, did a couple of destroyers and a sub for a bunch of nations like Russia and Germany and Britain and whatnot. So I placed those all on the map as everybody's turn came along. All right. No real changes in income. China and Japan are back to they've been trading off again. Anyway, we'll go over that as we go. Start with the Germans first. All right, so the Germans, they just bought a tack roll. They didn't buy any new units. They placed a destroyer and a submarine. That was off the build chart there. They still got their stuff scattered around here. Coastal sub and a sub in the med, sub down here on this line, a sub over here on this line. Kind of just making the British move their fleet around or put stuff on escort duty instead of consolidating it all into a giant mass. That's all that's really about. This is the first turn that the next turn here is January 39 is when units start getting placed on the board. I did notice that the Netherlands gets a submarine or free destroyer in here January 37, and technically I have the Netherlands at war and I'm using it as a player nation, but their $1 a turn just doesn't equate to a $7 destroyer. So just to be on the fair side here, I decided I would be courteous and give them that free destroyer that their build chart says they get at this time. Other than that, the Netherlands, I'm just going to leave alone and let them build their own stuff. All right, so Germany didn't really do much, just moved some subs around. France didn't do much. They just built some more infantry and stacked up the capital. Really, they're just trying to put a blockers up for the Germans to come in and put something in the capital. Hopefully they have enough to just kill some units and slow the Germans down. That's really it. I forgot about this dude. I could have moved this dude on transport up there, but we're on pause with that. And they placed this submarine here. What did the Italians do? They moved a sub from here to there. They built a couple of Marines. They moved the mountain troop from here up into turn as well. So they got 2 mountains, 2 Marines, a bunch of infantry. Still only have 1 transport, and they placed a sub and a destroyer off of the build chart. They go over the British. They didn't really do too much this turn either. Can't remember if I built that seaplane this turn or last turn. Anyway, Britain's got a second seaplane. I was going to put them on combat air patrol, but I think I've placed them this turn, so I can't. Yeah, that's it for that. Let's see. Well, there was a bit of a war here. The communists came in and attacked a stack of 2 infantry, killed them off, got a recruitment roll. These guys failed to win their recruitment roll. And that's that. That's pretty much, the Americans did nothing. They just did a tech roll. They didn't move anything or place anything, so nothing really to say about that. The British did move a transport and a light carrier to protect it and find subs. And I'm assuming that's to scoop something from here, possibly. Other than that, the British didn't do anything over there. The Australians, they built a couple of infantry and moved this stuff forward and put this on combat air patrol over there. It's on the boat. They can't land on the Dutch stuff unless they attack the Dutch. So that's that. Russia, they placed a sub and a destroyer in here. I haven't moved anything yet. I could have, but I didn't. They also got their Navy just out over there, a little bit of it. But Russia did move all its aircraft. Let's back this up a little bit and turn it up. There we go. Russia did move 2 fighters and a tactical to here because, as per the current pacts that Russia's got with China, Russia can will lend lease to the KMT should Japan attack it, which it has. Russia hasn't actually sent them any lend lease yet, but they could. And Russia's allowed to operate its own aircraft inside of China. And should they decide to send a pact with Japan, they can vacate or they can take them away and use them in Russia again. They're not actually a lend lease. They're just using its own military inside of China to help the Chinese. So they may send those aircraft in there. I'm not sure. It depends on what Germany does in the next round or two. But we'll see. And it depends on how China's going. Netherlands did nothing. They saved the buck. Japan had ownership of this. They moved a bunch of stuff in, including using the armored train to bring a guy from here along the rail line to a combat move into the city here. And an amphibious assault. And they took it. And then, as a result, the Chinese went in here and attacked this location that was Japanese and took that back. So they're basically going up $2, down $2. They're both ways there. Well, on their turn, they go up, and on the other guy's turn, they go down again. That's the big excitement. So there hasn't been too much action going on, just a little bit of, fighting along the coast here. Japan's bonus income once they're at war with a major power. They get a bonus of $1 from this place, this place, this place, this place, this place, and this place. All the locations along the coast. So that's 6 locations that gives them on the mainland coast. That's 6 locations that give them a bonus income of 1 once they become at war with the Allies or any other major power like Russia. And again, Japan forgot to take this Hainan Island. I really need to get that done as Japan. It's just $1 that's sitting there for no reason that Japan could have had the last 3 turns, but they've been given away to China for some unknown reason. Yeah, so that's that. And not much else happened this turn, so there you go. Nobody's actually moved anything forward. For some reason, I kept forgetting about this build chart and all the Navy that's on it. So everything except for these 3 can be built and moved forward. So maybe that'll start happening this turn. There's a couple of French pieces, a couple of British pieces, a couple of American pieces, a couple of Japanese pieces, a pair of Italians, and then there's a German battleship as well. So we'll see what happens with that. It would be smart to start moving some of that stuff forward. All right. On that note, we're just going to leave it there, I guess, and move on to the next turn. So July 1938 next. This is the turn that Germany is able to build mechanized and tanks. So we'll see what happens there. And Germany saved all its money, so it's currently got $46, I think, in the bank, so it can buy a few tanks and mechs there. All right, I'll leave you there and see you on turn 5, July 1938. Let's see what happens.